Some House Democrats are urging the Biden administration to overrule the Senate parliamentarians' decision to not include a $15 minimum wage provision in the budget reconciliation package. If the parliamentarian is overruled, at least 60 senators would need to vote against the provision to prevent it from being included in the relief bill. Several Senate Democrats have said they plan to join Republicans in voting against it. For more on this, let's bring in Sean McElwee. He's the co-founder and executive director of Data for Progress, a strategy firm that advises top Democrats in Congress. Sean, welcome. Thanks very much for being with us. So which Democratic senators are against including the $15 minimum wage in the stimulus bill, and why?
Which Democrats oppose? I think they're mostly the opposition is coming from Manchin and Sinema. Sinema represents a swing state, Arizona, but a state in which policies like the minimum wage, $15 minimum wage, is certainly above water. Manchin represents a far more Trumpy state, a state Trump won by about 40 points. But even in that state, a policy like the $15 minimum wage is above water because this is just a very strong policy that, when it is on the ballot, overperforms Democrats. We had a $15 minimum wage on the ballot in Florida, passed with 61% of the vote, even as Trump won that state. So I do think that the polling is there and the voters are there. And I think the question is when these senators will get there as well.
And so, Sean, how has the White House responded to requests to overrule the Senate parliamentarians' decision to not include the minimum wage in the stimulus package?
I think we're looking at a situation in which it looks like the White House wants to keep a number of options on the table. I think it is certain that even if the $15 minimum wage vote does not go as progressives want it to go this week, I think you will certainly see more pressure to fulfill this campaign pledge. It is something that Biden ran on. It's something he has said he supported. And I think that there will be progressives will not be taking the foot off the gas going forward, even if this particular vote does not go in a progressive direction.
So what do you think that might look like, Sean? If this minimum wage is not passed as part of the relief package, what do you see here as next steps? And realistically, what is the time frame that you might be looking at?
Well, I think that progressives are going to continue to make the push to keep the number at 15. We've seen clear organizing and energy around the $15 number. I think you could see a couple of things happening. One is it's been proposed that there could be some tax reduction on smaller companies that might struggle to pay this. Another solution that has been discussed is a slightly longer phase-in timeline for that $15 minimum wage. There has been discussions of having the $15 minimum wage be implemented through a payroll tax mechanism, which would possibly pass muster with the parliamentarian. I think that all of these options are going to be discussed. And I am pretty optimistic that we will reach some agreement because the $15 minimum wage is so popular.
Yeah, I was going to say the polling, as you note, is absolutely crystal clear on this. People are highly supportive of this when they're asked this question time and time again. All right, Sean McElwee, thank you very much, Sean, for your time.
Thank you for having me.